Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Oh, welcome back. So I've not vlogged in the last couple of days just because we were spending time with family and because Wednesday was Olivia's birthday. Yesterday, we actually went to my very last bariatric class that I had to go to. I was pretty optimistic when we went in, but I was not very happy when we left. Okay, so I thought we were going to be late, but we did not actually show up late. We showed up early. So we're going to go to the potty and then go in here. I actually don't mind classes. I despise support groups, but classes are not bad. Do you think classes are bad?
I hate it.
He hates the whole thing, but the classes are not bad.
I hate it here.
All right, we're finally here at Mom's to pick up the kids. What did I say before we went in there? I don't mind the classes that bad. I lied. No kidding. I can't stand the nutritionist. Like, she just, her voice, I'm like, I can't with this. She spent almost 2 hours reading us the handbook thing that they gave us. They gave us the handbook to read. We can read it ourselves. Nobody's dumb. But she literally just sat and read the entire book. That was our class. And I'm just like, I'm so glad I never have to do one of these again. I can't. So today is the very first day of my liquid diet. I say liquid because there is actual like full liquids, like you can have pudding or yogurt. There's actually soup. You can have soup, but only 2 different kinds of soup. Protein shakes, water. I'll go over everything and show you everything that I can have. So far this morning, it is 9:14 and I've had a cup of coffee. I am not supposed to be having coffee closer to surgery. So the first 2 weeks I can have coffee like normal. And then I will slowly have to taper it down in 3 days before no coffee. No coffee. And it'll be a month before I can have coffee back. So that'll be fun. But I hate when he does that. The hardest part about this diet is going to be the fact that I'm the only person in my house who can cook. So therefore, I'm home alone with kids during the day. They can't cook, so I have to touch food, make food, serve food, and I have to smell it, and I can't touch it. And I know, like last time, that was very mentally taxing, but I worked then, so I wasn't at home with it all day. So this is going to be a little interesting. It's going to be a little hard. This is not like a diet that you put yourself on and if you cheat or if you're just like, oh, you know, just want a little cheat meal. It's not like that. There's no cheating. There's no getting past it. Now, they did tell us that if we did have like a cheat meal or something during this 1 month, that it's not going to be a surgery ruiner. I'm gonna be honest, I want to try to stick to this as closely as I can because the less weight I go in carrying, the less I have to work to continue to take more off. If you guys are going to get really bored with this, I'm so sorry, but this is kind of like, I've always vlogged my life. This is what's going on. I'm hoping that maybe this will help somebody if they're going to go through surgery. If you've already had a surgery, you're looking at it and being like, yeah, girl, I remember. I feel you. So that is what's happening. I'm going to vlog this whole process, and if you are interested, you don't have to watch it. Protein shake. And the straw is better so you don't have to smell it. The smell will get you. Alright. So I've almost finished this. And so far, it is right now 11:30. I've had my coffee, the protein shake. He's getting more confident and he's getting louder. I've had a little container of sugar-free pudding, and I've had some ramen broth. I'm hungry. I want to eat something so bad, it's not even funny, and it's all a mental game. It is a mental game. Physically, I'm not hungry. In my head, I'm hungry because I know that I'm not eating and I can't. So you just got to combat that, and it's hard. It's hard to know that you can't do it, but I can do it. Okay, so I've totally finished this now, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go lay down in the bed and just watch Netflix and just exist. But now I'm like, no, that's not what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna wash dishes because my sink is full of dishes because I have not washed them. And I'm going to fold laundry, and I'm going to make our bed, and I'm going to keep myself busy and active. If I'm laying around thinking about the fact that I'm hungry, I'm going to make myself miserable. But if I get up and I move around and I do things, then I can keep active and keep busy and keep my mind busy. So that's what we're doing. So before I get going, I did tell you that I was going to show you what you can and cannot have, or what I can and cannot have on this diet. Every surgeon's different and every list is different. So there's no like set standards. It's just whatever your doctor tells you can do. But one of the first things that you have to have is protein shakes. I like Premier Protein. I literally only have 2 caramels left. They do not make the caramel flavor anymore unless you buy it off of Amazon. I did not buy it off of Amazon. I went to Sam's and they only had vanilla and chocolate. I only have 2 of these left, and I'm kind of hanging on to them for desperate times. Also can have like a Dannon Fit and Light yogurt, or you can have these sugar-free jellos. I went with the caramel one. They're good. This is what you get for breakfast, and it's decent. In the evening, you get a snack, and your snack is unsweetened applesauce. I don't like applesauce. I don't like unsweetened applesauce especially, but I figure I better go ahead and buy it because I'm probably gonna get desperate. So the other thing you can have is you can have the Campbell's Healthy Request soup. So you can have the chicken noodle, or you can have the tomato. Now, if you're just doing the 2-week liquid diet, they do not allow you these things. But if you're doing 4 weeks, they let you have this. Thank God, because I don't think you could do it without it. Now, some things that are free choice and that you can have as much as you can possibly tolerate, which is clear broths, sugar-free jellos. So I got like these cherry sugar-free jellos because cherry's my favorite in the whole wide world. So I got some cherry sugar-free jellos. You can also have sugar-free water additives. So I bought a couple of the Mios with like the vitamin B12s in them. So you can have that in your water if you're just getting so sick of water. You also obviously can have as much water as you can tolerate. And then the other thing are broths, like chicken broth or beef broth. You can also have these. I found a ramen broth, and oh my God, it is so good. It literally just tastes like ramen noodles, just without the noodles. So those are the things that I'm going to be surviving off for the next 4 weeks, and that's it. So like I said, I'm going to show you what I experienced physically, mentally, emotionally, and show you guys how I'm doing with this, because this is hard. This is not an easy thing to do. So it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and my head is killing me. So I'm sitting here watching a documentary on heroin overdose, because I always watch all kinds of crazy stuff, and it keeps my mind off the fact that my head's hurting and I'm starving. So it is now 4 o'clock, and it's actually 4:30, and I'm out of the bed. I've literally laid in there most of the day. God bless John's soul. I'm so glad that he's off for these first few days of this. I just want to make it clear that I'm not struggling because I'm that hungry, because I'm okay. Like, I mean, I'm not physically hungry because I am getting to drink so much broth, and I'm about to eat my chicken noodle soup, and you know, I'm getting things in, so I'm not, that's not the problem. The problem is I made a big mistake that I knew better than to do, which is before I started this, because I knew I was going to do it today, for the past week and a half, I've been like binging on sweets and carbs. And like yesterday I had a hamburger and french fries, and then I had Taco Bell, and then I drank like a crap ton of wine, and I had a bunch of cheesecake and chips, and just I literally just went overboard yesterday. And so coming down from sugar is kind of like coming down from drugs, in the way that your body is going to respond to that, and it's going to be like, excuse me, ma'am, I need something here. So I'm having like a lot of muscle pain, like discomfort. I just feel exhausted. My head hurts. I just feel kind of like bleh. It's almost like flu-like symptoms, and it's detoxing from sugar. I'm detoxing from the garbage that I put in myself. And it normally takes a good 3 to 4 days. So I'm glad John is on a shutdown right now, because otherwise I would be in a lot of trouble. So I'm going to eat my chicken noodle soup, and then that is the end of this day. The first day's hard, second day's hard, third day's the worst. So, like I said, I'll let you guys know how it's going as it's going. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Love you, bye.